Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing another brawler guide video. We're going to be going over Belle this time around, so let's hop into it. All right, Belle is actually a pretty low HP brawler with only 3,640 HP, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter because Belle's strength is going to be to stay at range. So honestly, you shouldn't be taking too much damage in the first place, so the low HP doesn't really bother her too much. Belle's damage is pretty mediocre. It's not OP. It's still pretty solid at 1,540 damage per shot, and honestly, if you can hit your shot, you can pump out a good amount of damage, especially if your enemy is marked. Then you're going to be pumping out a ton of damage. But yeah, Belle's first star power is going to be positive feedback. Now this star power is the one I use the most because, well, it's pretty OP. So once you hit a shot, once you hit anything inside the game, basically you're going to get a 25% shield, and once you hit that shot, it allows you to play a little more aggressive because you're not quite that weak. You don't have it makes it a little bit harder for you to get taken out because you have a shield, and so you can play more aggressively once you start getting those shots. All right, Belle's second star power is going to be grounded. Now if you hit someone with your super, it's going to stop their reload for 3 seconds. Now to be honest, I don't use this star power, and I don't really know many people who do actually use this star power. It could be pretty decent, but honestly I just suggest using positive feedback first. All right, Belle's gadget is going to be nest egg. Now this gadget is really strong. At first I thought it wasn't going to be too good, but let me tell you, was I wrong. So you're going to be placing these gadgets up in the map, and it's going to place a trap, and if the enemy triggers it, it deals 500 damage, plus it slows for 3 seconds. Now the main thing is it slows for 3 seconds, and let me tell you, speeds and slows are so OP inside of Brawl Stars. So once they're slowed, you should be able to get that kill. You should be able to coordinate with your team, get that kill, make sure you're aiming for the slowed target, and should be some free kills. All right, so Belle's best matchups are going to be versus tanks because, well, you're going to be able to mark them and they're going to have a hard time dodging you. And once they're marked, they're going to take a ton of damage. Honestly, it's just super OP. Belle's going to be good versus Pams and 8-bits because of their turrets. They're not going to be able to play around their turret too much because the shot is going to start bouncing between the turret and them. So it makes them kind of split up from their turret. So sort of counters them in a sense. Also as well, Belle's going to be good versus low range brawlers just because you're going to be able to keep your range. They're not going to be able to get close to you if you play it right. If you keep your distance, hit your shots, they're going to have a real hard time taking you out. So again, Belle's going to counter those low range brawlers. Okay, now for Belle's worst matchups. And to be honest, Belle doesn't have that many bad matchups because, well, Belle is just really well-rounded overall. But there are some brawlers that Belle struggles against, and a lot of them are going to be throwers. Now, throwers are going to be hiding behind the walls, and they have pretty decent range to keep up with Belle's range. So it's going to be hard for Belle to do anything against throwers. Again, you're not going to be able to shoot them through a wall. So throwers, just keep your distance from Belle. So again, Belle's going to struggle versus those throwers because they are going to be hiding behind the walls. Now, Belle also struggles versus Mortis because Mortis is going to be able to get in Belle's face very fast, and you're not going to be able to take out Mortis fast enough. He's going to be able to dash like 3 or 4 dashes on top of you, and you're going to be dead too fast to do anything. As well as Piper is going to be actually a hard matchup for Belle, and the only reason Piper is going to be hard is because of the homemade recipe gadget. Now, once you get one shot onto Belle with Piper, you just press the gadget, press auto aim, and Belle goes down instantly. And for Belle to take out Piper, it's at least 3 shots. So that's the difference, is Piper, it takes 2 shots to take out Belle. Belle needs 3 shots to take out Piper. So Piper should win that matchup versus Belle. All right, Belle's best maps are going to be generally open maps. Now, it's such as Gem Fort / Ice Fort, Kaboom Canyon, Hot Potatoes, Safe Zone, Backyard Bull, Factory Rush, Bot Drop, all those maps that are pretty open. Belle's going to be playing mid on those maps generally every time, and that's because Belle does a really good job as a mid brawler. You're going to want to be able to shoot the lanes if you can. Help your lanes win. If you see people clumping up, you're going to want to shoot at them. So if you're playing a lane, you can't really shoot at everybody on the map. So again, Belle oftentimes you'll see in the mid. And another reason Belle's going to be a mid brawler is because you're going to want to place your gadgets in the mid. For the most part, you're going to want to place your gadgets high up in the mid. That way, if the enemies push up mid, they're going to get slowed, and it's going to be easy target for your team to pinch. And yeah, those are the maps. All right, here are some of the best tips I can give you for Belle. And in Siege, you're going to be the main defense. So you're going to want to make sure you charge your super and save your super for the bot. I can't stress this enough. Once you mark that bot, it's going to go down so much faster. Your team's going to be able to take it out so much faster as well. Use your gadget on defense. Make sure you save a gadget. That way you can even slow the bot. Belle is one of the best defensive brawlers in Siege. So again, just remember, save your super, save your gadget, and use it on the bot. All right, another tip I have for you guys is to aim for groups of people. Now, one of the most OP things about Belle is her bounce. So you're gonna want to shoot for groups. That way, they have to split up. If they don't split up, the bounce is gonna hit between them. They're not gonna be able to heal. Your team's gonna be able to push up, and you should be able to win that matchup as soon as it starts bouncing. So again, aim for groups of people, and they're gonna end up splitting up. All right, the next tip I have for you guys is to make sure you place your gadget high up in the map. Make sure you place it in areas that people are gonna walk on. I see so many times that people place their gadgets randomly on the map where no one is ever gonna go, and it's just a waste of the gadget. And let me tell you, this gadget is so OP. If they trigger it, if you're paying attention, it's almost a free kill every single time. So this gadget is so important. Make sure you're placing it decently high up in the map and areas that the enemy is gonna walk. So like choke points, or just like on the gem mine and gem grab. So again, keep that in mind when you're placing your gadget. All right, so another tip I have for you guys. Now, generally, again, like I said, Belle is going to be a mid brawler. So when you're playing Belle mid, you're going to want to help your lanes. You're going to want to shoot at the enemy lanes as much as you can. If you see groups, if you see people on the side, it's going to help your teammates win the lane. You don't have to win mid. If your teammates are winning lanes, they're going to be able to help you pinch mid. So again, just keep your eye open on the lanes. If you see some easy targets on the sides, make sure you're shooting at them instead of the person in mid. All right, so if you're facing another Belle, this is something to keep in mind. If you hit the first shot, you have to start playing more aggressive, especially if you have the positive feedback star power. If you're versus another Belle and you hit that first shot, you're going to be more tanky than the other Belle. So that's your time to push up and start playing aggressive. Try to hit the enemy Belle. Again, keep pushing up, because the other Belle is going to have a hard time taking you out, especially if they don't hit you and don't get that shield. All right, the brawlers that go best with Belle are going to be Ruffs and Crow. Now, the reason Ruffs is so good with Belle is because, well, one, you're going to be able to place your sandbags to help protect your Belle, and two, you're going to be able to power up your Belle. And let me tell you, a powered up Belle is very hard to deal with. You do so much damage, the bounce does so much damage, and you're actually pretty tanky. So the enemy team is going to have a really hard time dealing with a powered up Belle. And again, reminder, if you are powered up, you don't want to go down. You want to make sure you stay alive. If you get low, back up, because that power up is so hard to get sometimes, and it's very important that you still have power, that you're still powered up. And the reason Crow is going to go so good with Belle is going to be because of Crow's gadget, the slow gadget. Once you slow the enemy, Belle's going to have free shots on them, should be able to hit almost every single shot on a slow target. So you're going to be able to take out your opponents very easily, again, with that slow gadget. So Crow, Ruffs, very good matchup, very good brawlers to go with Belle. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the video. And if you do enjoy brawler guides, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to comment down below what brawler you want to see next. But anyway, guys, peace.